All right, this is my reflection essay, but it's verbal. I thought I would keep practicing my explain everything. So with my 21st century skills, the 6 C's, my next step in integrating the design thinking is to incorporate into the advanced biology more collaboration with scientists in the Denver area and business owners, actually. I wanted to maybe get a little bit beyond traditional science, and so I've connected with a woman at Novus Biological, and they accept interns, and she created this business out of her kitchen when she was on maternity leave with twins. And so I wanted the kids to see as many times as possible that there's more to the science careers than just going into medicine or going into research. This woman, created a niche for herself, and I can't think of anything more critical thinking, problem solving, creative, collaborative than that. So with the C's, I don't know that any of them are best or least supported within our current curriculum. I think in the chemistry, I definitely try to hit all of them with critical thinking. They work together. I don't ask them to come up with questions, just spit them back to me. I want to hear how they came up with it, how they could come up with something different. Probably the least supported within the current curriculum is cultural competence. I wouldn't connect that with character, but I would just say cultural competence maybe is not as addressed as possible, but now that we have a full lab and we can do more project-based work, I'm hoping that the cultural competence can come about. Now, I really feel like I addressed that very well in the advanced biology class last year when the kids they learned all the materials, they learned all the machines, and then they visited the museum, they visited National Jewish, they heard several different presentations from me about what they could do with all of their new skills, and asking them to, come up with a problem of their own, research it, perform the tests that they thought were necessarily to answer their question. And then a lot of the kids connected it back to at least the CA community, which I thought was pretty good. We had to get some legal approval, and that was a great experience for the kids. So I feel like all of the 6 C's are really well covered in both the chemistry and the advanced biology. So the way I plan to integrate our iPad into instruction this year is I like to mirror my iPad to my projector through my computer, and I think it's a really great interactive way to lecture. I can sit among the kids, I can hand the iPad off to them, and I have the lecture already prepared, but they're not so swamped trying to write down everything that I say as if it were an overhead projection or something like that. We're kind of in it together. I write down their ideas, and then I can save those and post them to the website so that they can look at those later. I have several applications for chemistry where they can practice. So when all of the kids have their own iPads next year, this will be terrific. I'm really excited about getting started on this. Just today I used an interactive periodic table, and I had to do it in lecture style because not all the kids had their own iPads, but when they do, I can give them that app, and they can come up with a creative way to express what they've learned to me using their own iPad. I see the iPad not as a replacement for the teaching necessarily, but as an additional tool that I can use that the kids can present their work in a more creative way that they really feel represents themselves the best. So I have a lot of ideas. I think the kids should be very, very amenable to using those, especially after having them for a whole year, and I'm excited to get started with them. But until then, it's made presentations in class much more exciting. I've made explain everythings for lecture homework. I already created a couple of explain everythings for the advanced biology class after I went and did the Camtasia for them over the summer, but I like both formats just fine. Explain everything is pretty great if you don't have something already in place. I found it a little bit more easy to manipulate, but I like Camtasia if I already have a PowerPoint in place and I can just talk over that. And then with culture and character, I was so excited to hear Dave Michel on the first day. It was really something that struck a chord with me because a lot of what he was talking about is the science behind yoga and, taking a breath before you make a decision, which, that's been a struggle for me, but I like that it sounded to me like it wasn't just me during this guy's presentation. I mean, if he's making money traveling around the country telling people to do this, maybe I'm not alone. I would like this message to get to the kids personally. I think that they are the most under pressure. I think they have the hardest time sifting through the comments from their parents, their peers, their teachers, and have the hardest time deciding what's really important for themselves. Like Dave said, ever since he talked about this, we've been talking about it at my house as a family, especially with Aiden and Landon. Just, do you really need to get upset that your brother took the head off your Lego guy? But, as little guys, that's appropriate. I really think that I'd love to see him work with the kids more. I think that this would make them in a much better place for carrying their stress. So this is my faculty reflection for the beginning of the year. And the things that I really want to do this year is I just want to be a part of good morale in the school. I want to be that kind of good example to show the rest of the faculty that things are really great here. And I think my perspective lends a lot. Being in public school most of my life, this is just, it's an amazing place to be. I want to model to the kids that not everything is do or die. I want them to accept certain failures as an invaluable learning tool. It just will be so much better for them. They can be so much more resilient, and those are going to be the people that we need, and we've got a really good group of which to pull from. And then I would like to continue to develop the partnerships with Advanced Biology more and more throughout the year. We have some excellent, world-renowned researchers who want to work with our kids. Through my work with Kara Lukin at National Jewish, she's emailing me all the time, oh yeah, Dr. So-and-so would love to be a part of this. So it's almost gotten a little too big right now for me and Kara, but we're, trying to rein it in and see what we can do. But the first thing is the kids need to learn the equipment, and I'll just focus on that, and the rest will come. So thank you for your time.